Zhao Wang from the animal rescue station was on patrol when an elderly lady on the road told him that there were two little stray dogs on the highway nearby. Following the lady's directions, Zhao Wang quickly rode his bike toward his destination. When he arrived, he saw from afar, on the side of the highway, on a barrier, two little puppies. They looked like they were just a month old. The puppies' heads were all wet. In the small space on the barrier, a small black dog was guarding its companion. The other one was already lying on the ground, exhausted from hunger. Zhao Wang noticed upon getting closer that in this narrow, tiny space, the two dogs had been living for an unknown amount of time. Everywhere was filled with their feces and some water stains. One of the puppies, the one lying on the ground, had lost consciousness. Its entire body was wet. But Zhao Wang, by checking its breathing and its abdominal movement, realized the puppy still had a pulse. Zhao Wang quickly took out a towel and carried the two puppies away from that very dangerous place. In the video, we can see the narrow space where the puppies were lying was right by the side of the road, and vehicles were speeding past right in front of them. It was so dangerous. Two puppies just a month old, what could they know? When they wanted to move around, to move even a little, they'd run right into the path of oncoming traffic. In front of such small puppies, when they suddenly darted out, the vehicles wouldn't have time to brake. The danger was truly terrifying. Zhao Wang quickly brought the puppies away from that dangerous place to a safer spot nearby. According to the kind lady who gave Zhao Wang the directions, these two puppies lost their mother and ended up here. About a month ago, she discovered these two puppies living on that barrier. Because there were vehicles constantly passing by, it was extremely dangerous. There was also no food. The two puppies just endured. If it weren't for the rain that fell, leaving some puddles behind, the puppies wouldn't even have had water to drink. Look at these little pups who lost their mother. The two brothers depend on each other. One of them had already fainted from hunger. Zhao Wang used water to feed it. The puppy gasped for breath. Seeing the puppy like that, Zhao Wang didn't give up at all. He prepared to do some first aid. The little black dog wasn't in great shape either. While Zhao Wang was giving first aid, performing CPR, the black puppy kept trembling. Thankfully, the puppy that had fainted finally woke up. Seeing these two poor puppies, Zhao Wang felt incredibly sad. He took out a towel and wiped them down. The puppies' heads and bodies were all wet. The puppies were cold and hungry. Under these circumstances, for the puppies to have held on until was truly extraordinary, especially in such a dangerous place. Without their mother's protection, how difficult it must have been for these two little pups. Zhao Wang carefully used the towel to wipe the two dogs down. He gently comforted them. Both puppies weren't doing too well, especially the one that had collapsed. It had just woken up. I wrapped it in a large, fluffy blanket and put it in my bag to warm it up first. Then I started to check on the black puppy. The black puppy was slightly trembling. It continued. From what Zhao Wang observed, the black puppy's eyes and teeth didn't seem to have any problems. It was just so wet, very damp. He began to tidy up the black puppy. The black puppy was also very uncomfortable. If it weren't for its sibling being unconscious from hunger, the black puppy wouldn't have lasted until now. Ever since they lost their mother, they've been depending on each other on this dangerous road. Seeing its sibling pass out from hunger, it silently guarded it. These little puppies were truly heartbreaking. Afterward, Zhao Wang quickly took both to the animal hospital. After taking the puppies to the animal hospital, the doctor began taking their temperature and examining them. Sure enough, the puppy's temperature was low. Seeing this result, Zhao Wang was prepared. After all, it was so cold. The puppies were outside, on the road with vehicles passing by, drinking dirty water, and without any food. or any protection from the cold. Under these circumstances, how could these tiny puppies not get sick? The good thing was, the black puppy's condition was better than the one that had fainted from hunger. Its temperature was normal. When Zhao Wang first saw them, the puppy's condition was truly pitiful. One puppy guarding the other. Their hopeless gaze, Zhao Wang still can't forget it. He reminded them to give these two puppies a thorough examination. He hoped both of them would live safely and healthily. Such strong puppies, so young and already knowing to protect their sibling. The two brothers depending on each other, this kind of bond was truly touching. After that, the doctor gave both puppies medicine because the puppies were actually too cold. After giving them medicine, the doctor checked the puppies' condition and found they were doing quite well. They were slowly starting to recover. Next, they needed to eat something and drink some water, but the recovery of their bodies would be slow. Afterwards, Zhao Wang quickly took the two puppies back home. He took care of them himself. He wiped the dirt off the puppies' ears and bodies. The puppies were very docile. They didn't even struggle. In Zhao Wang's arms, they felt an immense warmth. A warmth they'd never felt before. It might have been since losing their mother that they hadn't felt that warmth. So they were filled with affection for Zhao Wang. The puppies obediently lay in Zhao Wang's arms. Even the black puppy and the other one were a little drowsy. These two puppies, they were really struggling. They hadn't rested in such a warm place for a very long time. They could finally rest. Actually, Zhao Wang was not only moved by the puppies' tragic experience, the pain of losing their mother, and the fact that they depended on each other, the way they protected their sibling, but he was also moved by their incredible resilience. These little puppies, they were so well behaved on that dangerous road. They actually managed to stay put. One of the puppies continued to guard its sibling. So they, in that dangerous flow of traffic, managed to keep themselves safe. This already proves the puppies are intelligent. Very, very remarkable. Zhao Wang put some eye drops in the puppies' eyes. Their eyes were constantly tearing up. It might have been due to their discomfort. But even so, the puppy spirits were still good. Earlier, Zhao Wang had already given them some milk. The two puppies couldn't eat too much at once. Zhao Wang continued to give them some medicine. The puppies, maybe because they hadn't eaten enough for a long time, had slowly digested the milk they'd had. Even when taking medicine, they ate it with gusto. Look at them licking their lips. They're so cute. So these two little pups, being able to huddle together to slowly survive, it's really not easy. After giving them medicine, Zhao Wang fed them milk again. Such small puppies need to be fed every 2 to 3 hours. Because they were so weak before, now they can only have the simplest, easily digestible, nutritious things. Zhao Wang can be said to be extremely dedicated to these two dogs. Later, Zhao Wang will surely find them a family who loves them dearly. The two dogs will never again experience the cold, unprotected, loveless, difficult life they had before. Hopefully, more people like Zhao Wang will reach out to help these dogs in need. Thank you all for your kindness. Thank you.